Pride will have you messed up, or it can get you messed up. Let's talk about it. Before I get into it, let me give you this little backstory. So I'm in my training today, right? And one of the young ladies come in, and I asked her how she doing. She said, I'm doing fine. And then she tell me about a situation that just happened, right? She just found out that they found her dad in his house or apartment, whatever he was, and he had been in there from a certain date, she was explaining to me. And so she was feeling some kind of way, obviously. But she's not feeling as bad as she could have been because she hadn't seen him in a lot of years and different stuff like that. But something told her to call him a good while back, last month, whatever she said. I can't remember all of the dates and all of that. But something told her to call him, get in touch with him. And she got in touch with him and they talked and all of that kind of stuff. Move forward. Obviously, what just happened, just happened. Saying all of that to say is, I mentioned before that my youngest daughter hurt my feelings or whatever. We had a disagreement and she hurt my feelings. I probably hurt her feelings and didn't even realize that. But because of how I feel and because of my pride, I'm hurting inside because instead of me just calling her, not just pride, but I'm thinking to myself, she don't want to talk to me, or she, feeling some kind of way. And all it takes is a phone call or a text or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we let our pride get in, and that, let me slow down, because I realize that sometimes I don't finish my sentences. I use those as an example. I'm older, obviously. If something happens to me, I know my child loves me. I know no matter what we disagreed on, no matter how we are, no matter whether we talk or not, I know this girl loves me. I know it without a doubt. She could, even if she tell me she don't, it'll hurt my heart, but I know better. I'm saying all of that to say is, if this situation just happened to this young lady, and the craziest part about this, and this is on my mother, this is on everything that I love, I finally, not even broke down, I don't even like to use that term, but I finally came to my senses and texted my child this morning and told her that I love her and I miss her and I want us to get back good. But anyway, let me get myself together, because I ain't going to do that on here. But the crazy part about it is that I had just did that. And then this young lady come in and she's telling me about this situation. That could have been me. That could have been my situation. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Life is short. Disagreements, misunderstandings, arguments, all of that shit don't mean shit when it come down to it. I get that you feel a certain way. I get respect. I get that you need respect. I want respect. We all want to have our say. So I get all of that. I'm not taking away from any of that. I get it. But life is short. And if we let our pride take over, it'll have us messed up. And in some cases, outside of this situation or this scenario, it can get us messed up. Because I can run up on somebody because I'm pissed off of what they did or whatever, not knowing what they gonna do or what they capable of or what they going through. Because they could be going through some shit twice as bad as I'm going through and take my life at that moment. Is that worth it? You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by pride, because it's just like I always say, I'm not an egomaniac, but I do have an ego. You understand? I'm not so prideful that I'll let my children go hungry instead of asking somebody for some help. Or I'm not so prideful that I'll do whatever not to do whatever, if that makes sense. But I do have pride. You know what I'm saying? We all have it. It's a human function. It's a human thing. But it's one of those human things that we have to fight against. You understand what I'm saying? Just like other stuff in life that's innate in us, that sometimes we have to fight against those urges. We got to fight against the urge of sleeping around. We got to fight against the urge of being prideful. We got to fight against the urge of eating too much and all of that different shit. And we don't always win the battle, but we got to try to fight against it. But let's stay on pride, because again, pride can get you messed up, or it can have you messed up, or keep you messed up. You understand? That situation with my daughter was wearing me out. I'm not going to even lie. It was just wearing me out, because I know how she feel about me, and God in heaven knows how I feel about her. You know, all of my children, really. But we were on this little thing because of this last little disagreement that we had. And obviously I wanted her to call me, and obviously she probably wanted me to call her. So somebody gotta do it. Not just that somebody gotta do it, I don't mean like that, but why, if it's tearing me up, why I can't just make the call or make the text or whatever, make the move or whatever? Why we gotta be so prideful? And she hurt my feelings, or this one hurt my feelings, that one hurt my feelings, or this one said that one said that. Sometimes that old saying, a lot of people say they don't believe in it, but I do. Hurt people. That's true in a lot of cases. Now, I agree with a lot of people that it shouldn't be that way, but it is. Because, not to get into what we disagreed about, but I could have said something a different way, and she could have felt hurt too. So, if you feel hurt, and let's get off of hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to make that a thing. I'm talking about in general. I'm using that as an example, but I'm talking about in general. Even with my wife, even with people at work, even with somebody, whatever. Sometimes we have to see the whole picture, and it's hard to do that when our pride is in the way. Because now I don't see shit. All I see is that you hurt my feelings, or all I see is that you're being disrespectful towards me. And again, I'm not talking about my daughter anymore now. I'm just talking about in general. All I see is you disrespected me, or all I see is you think I'm stupid, or all I see, you feel what I'm saying? But all of that comes from pride anyway. Because without pride, you don't care one way or another if somebody disrespect you. You do care, but you don't see that as disrespect. Or you don't see that as, oh, they think I'm stupid. Or you don't see that as whatever. You know what I'm saying? But pride takes over, and it's all of those things that other person may not even meant it for or as. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, pride is a only time pride is good is when it makes you do what you're supposed to do, or when it makes you a better person, or when it makes you, and what I mean by that is, be prideful that everything you do, you're going to try to do your best at. Be prideful that you're going to be a stand-up person. Be prideful that, oh, I can't do this because that's going to make me look like that, or that's going to give the impression that I'm, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But that's the only time pride is good. When you take pride in your work, when you take pride in your word, when you take pride in your appearance, or the way you treat people, and like I said, and the things that you do. When you take pride in that, that's a good thing. But when pride goes to the other side, it's never good. You understand? Because, again, life is short. I've been having it on my mind to reach out to her, but I could have died from then to now. You feel what I'm saying? I could have went to bed last night and didn't wake up. And that would have been something that she would have had to live with, because I never got a chance to tell her how I feel about it, which she knows, but people like to hear it. But again, I said I was going to get off at her. I'm saying her in the sense of anybody, whoever that is to you, or him. It could be your man, or your husband, or a friend, or a family member, or anything. But sometimes we don't think about all of that, because the phrase "life is short" is just a phrase to most of us until it hit home. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by hitting home is your sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy, somebody super close to you. You know, and eventually one day but you won't know, because you'll be out of here, you won't even know. But that's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, put your pride in check. We all got it. Again, I'm not one of them people that so prideful that I always got to show off what I can do, or what I got, or not that type of pride. You understand what I'm saying? But the other side, where you know, people. A lot of people see it as a strong or a tough thing to be stubborn, in a sense, if that makes sense. A lot of people see that as a strongness or whatever. Oh, he's stubborn. He been stubborn all his life. Or she's stubborn. She been stubborn. I know he's stubborn. He ain't going to make the first move. I know she's stubborn. She ain't going to never apologize. I know he ain't going to apologize because he wants somebody to do it first because he's stubborn. And stubbornness can have you jacked up, because if something happens to that other person, you know what I'm saying, in your moment or time of stubbornness, then what you gonna do? It's just a bad look. That's all I'm saying. So again, get your pride in check. You know what I'm saying? And try to work on it. We all got it. Some more than others, and some less, obviously. But we all have it. It's all a human nature thing that we do. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it allow you to lose time with somebody that you love, or lose energy, or there's a lot of ways you can lose in that. You know what I'm saying? I can't name all of the words right now, but like I said, don't let it even hold you back from stuff. Don't let it mess up friendships and loved ones and all of that kind of stuff, because you're too stubborn to say I'm sorry, or too stubborn to say I love you, or too stubborn to say I know I messed up, but you know what I'm saying, forgive me, or whatever. I know I'm not perfect, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean this, or I didn't mean it like that, or can we move forward, or I'll try to do better next time. That seemed like the hardest thing for some people to say. And that's what I mean by pride. That particular type of pride. It's not good. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us have it, and we blame it on horoscopes. We blame it on because my daddy was like that or my mama was like that. We got to get past that because it's never good. And one thing about time, you never get it back. Regardless of if I died yesterday or today or tomorrow or 20 or 30 years from now, that's time that you can never get back. And why you want to waste that time with somebody you love and y'all can be good and y'all can, you know what I'm saying, whatever, even if you don't see that person all the time or talk to that person all the time, it's a different feeling when you know that even though I don't talk to you or see you, I know you're good. Then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or the whole vibe and the whole energy is good, even from a distance. But when you're all bound up by she did this or he did that or they did this or they did that, that's adding extra stress to the stress of life. Life in itself is stressful. So why would you want to add to that? But anyway, I ain't going to go on and on and on about it. I just wanted to say, and I'm going to say it again, learn how to put your pride to the side in that instance or in those bad instances and get past it. It's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's really not worth it. So y'all be easy, and we'll see you in the next one. One love.